Hey guys, Jay, welcome back to the channel. Guys, it's really funny. I was talking to a lot of people about this particular HasLab. As a matter of fact, HasLabs, not just HasLabs, or crowdsourcing in general has been the top of mind for me for a little while now. I just find myself, and a lot of people talking about these dream projects. Okay, and this year in particular, and even years past, we've had a whole bunch of different dream projects come up on the circuit, right? A lot of you are wondering, are what is a dream project? I mean, like, this is always going to be a point of debate for a lot of people. And one of the biggest things about dream projects is this something that people are actually looking forward to, right? So, you know, if we look back at the history of crowdsource projects, crowdfunding projects in toys, I think we can definitely say that in terms of big business, in terms of like multi-billion-dollar companies, in terms of like companies that are actually producing toys, I actually do have to look as far back as I could see, and as far back as I look, unless somebody in the chat can actually correct me, which I'm fine with. Um, I really do have to say that I think, as far as I know, I think Castle Grayskull Classics is one of the very first, crowdsourced projects. And to their credit, again, I'm going to bring him up, and a lot of people are going to be like, "Don't bring him up anymore. Why are you talking about him?" You got, no matter what, you've got to acknowledge certain realities, certain things about people, and the reality is Scott Knightlick was one of those people who really, without him, we wouldn't have Classics Grayskull, and to a lesser degree, without him, we probably wouldn't have the Classics Snake Mountain, by association only. Um, and it was not an easy road for Mattel to actually get that, Castle Grayskull made. From what I understand, it really came down to the wire, and even at the end of it, they, because of the way Mattel works, they produced a crap ton of these things, and Big Bad Toy Store had other um, retailers, because again, the way Mattel works, they actually created a huge order, got them out there, and a lot of retailers were actually kind of stuck with them. And I'm kicking myself, even to this day. I'm still kicking myself because when it actually went on clearance, I was not there to pick it up. I was deep into my career, as a graphic designer. I was doing so many different things, and I just didn't even realize the Master Universe Classics was a thing. I know, how dare me? How dare I even think about stuff like that, right? But that's the way it was. Fast forward like 10 years, and it's the norm. After the success of the Katana, with HasLab being the very first crowdsourced project that we can remember. And it just barely made it. A lot of people don't remember that, but the Katana just barely made it. A couple, like right at the end, it had that traditional spike that does tend to happen, but for the most part, it was a close call for the Katana. Um, then, you know what? I don't know if anybody even remembers. Does anybody remember Cookie Monster? Does anybody remember Cookie Monster from HasLab? I think a lot of people just don't remember the Cookie Monster. It was a complete failure. It did not go anywhere. I think it had a few hundred backers, and that was about it. And then the train just started rolling. Unicron was, again, it was a failure. Unicron actually failed, and then they had to do an extension for 3 months. They extended Unicron for 3 freaking months, and in that time, trust me, they would not actually put up the real numbers. And I'll go through this in the actual HasLab. You'll see Unicron actually does not have any numbers associated with him whatsoever. It's ridiculous. It's actually really crazy. It's the only HasLab project on the page. You know what? I'll just bring it up right now. Might as well, right? So Hasbro Pulse. Check this out, everybody. Actually, before I do that, let's go ahead and say hi to everybody in the chat. Give me one second. Um, yeah, before we take a look at this, let's go say hi to everybody who's in the chat. Thanks for joining me tonight, guys. I just felt that tonight is an interesting night, very special night actually, because it really does prove a lot of things, especially for people who are so much. There are a lot of folks who were just doubting that this would even make that this would hit the first tier, and then B, that it would actually hit with Zeb Orrelios. That was a really crazy thing that happened this afternoon, and we're gonna go through all of that. I did a video on it as well. Prince of Felix 59, what's going on, Princeton? Good to see you, my friend. Jabbar Robbins, sup, Jay and chat. Happy 40th birthday to He-Man in the Master Universe cartoon, and rest in peace to Terry Funk, Windham, Bray Wyatt, Rotunda, and Arlie Soren. Yes. Rest in peace to all those wonderful wrestlers and personalities. But yes, today marks the first day that 40 years to this day that the Filmation cartoon actually launched with Master Universe. Freaking incredible. Very, very excited that's actually happening. I believe James Etalk is actually doing a whole thing on his channel as well. Kevin Florence, what's going on, my friend? We're having an awesome night. We're going to count down this Haslab project very, very soon. So let's see where it lands. Andrew Davis, F. Well, we'll do it live. So, F it. We'll do it live. We'll do it live. Yes. Look up that meme. That's actually a really funny meme. Yo, Josie. Yo, Ghosts. What's going on, brother? The Ghost is the one we're going to be counting down. RC, here we go. Shiny Plastic People. Ghost. That's right, guys. Jace, what's going on, my friend? How you doing tonight? Ryan Lay, good to see you, brother. Great meeting you at Fan Expo. The force is strong with this Haslab. Absolutely, Ryan. It really, really is. This was my first Haslab. Congratulations. It did not disappoint, did it? Jace, super pumped that this hit all the tiers. Absolutely. Yeah, boy. Shiny Plastic People. I had my doubts that it would make all the tiers, but I'm totally glad to be wrong. There you go. See, that's the good attitude that I want to hear. That people are happy to hear. Mythic Dolphin, what's going on, my friend? Mega J Retro, hi. I chose the Cat Slayer over the Ghost. Same here. Congrats to all who have wanted this and backed it. I'm enjoying the countdown. Hopefully the Cat Slayer will get unlocked and surge very, very soon. That would be awesome. RC, I'll be back in the lair tonight before it ends. But right before it ends. Yes. Again, we need to save some money. Like everything's expensive these days. It's incredible. People can just like throw money at everything. I wish I could do that. That would be crazy. Ia Candid La Candid Gion. Good to see you, my friend. Supported the Ghost from the start, but not the Haslab team. No extra tier after getting so far past 17,000. No Haslab had another additional surprise for the tier. They're not usually into giving additional surprises. That's actually only been a very recent thing. And as a matter of fact, most Haslabs don't ever have additional perks. I think the Ghostbuster Proton Pack, they did that way after. They gave a couple extras. So La Candidion, I'm not really sure exactly what you're hoping for, but it's not really a common thing. Shiny Plastic People, I remember Cookie Monster. You'd be one of the only ones. Lab Rat, what's going on, my friend? How you doing tonight? Jace, I get some grief for bringing this up, but I really wish that they would have given us the option to get a second set of figures so we could have one set to open and another set to display and package. That would be a really nice option. To be able to buy a second set of figures, that would be really, really cool. Maybe they'll be offering that later in the future. I don't know, but that's really a good point, Jace. It would be really nice if people who are mint on card collectors. Yo, Josie, Jay is close to 15K. I actually am very close to 15K. Thank you so much for pointing that out, Yo, Josie. I really appreciate it. Thank you so much, my friend. Josh Ogburn, what's going on, Josh? How are you doing tonight? Sorry if I mispronounced your name. Wookie Sasquatch, Jace, that could be a bonus tier with the option to buy an extra set. I would be happy with that 100%. I think a lot of people would just dive in on that 100 headlong. Omega 579, what's up, Pare? What's up, Pare? Mabute. I'm doing very well, my friend. Good to see you too. Big Jack Films, what's going on, Jack? How you doing, my friend? Guys, definitely check out Big Jack Films on YouTube. He does some amazing retrospectives on Godzilla and King Kong, and he does amazing cosplay videos. You're gonna love Big Jack Films. Definitely check him out. Hope you get a chance to get out of my 4-hour epic retrospective on Ready Player One. I'll take a look soon, Big Jack. I would love to take a look. I didn't see you at Vang. Oh my gosh, I didn't see you either, brother. You were probably outside doing a cosplay video, probably. Josh Ogborn. I'm glad the Ghost got all the tiers for those who backed it. I still won't be backing it, and in my opinion, it just needs to more space to justify the price. It just needs more to justify the price. Electronics and lights would have done it for me. I hear you, Josh. I hear you. But it is quite the historic piece for a lot of Star Wars fans. James Morrow, CC James, of course, Cookie Monster. Never forget the cookie. There you go, brother. Big Jack Films. They're selling porgs at Dollarama. Bought a few myself for the future Star Wars project. Excellent. Hopefully they're cheap enough that you can buy a bunch of them. Just Incredible. Yes, I'm gonna get it. Absolutely, Just Incredible. You have half an hour left to go. So best of luck. Alfonso Garcia. I'm glad it hit its mark today, and I'm hoping it'll go bigger in the next Haslab. Me too, my friend. But hopefully it'll still stay within a certain price range because it gets expensive. Mac Baby. Mac Baby. Hey Jay, when do you think the Haslab Hiss will be released as well as the Cobra Raptor project? I'm hoping the Hiss will be soon. I mean, I believe I think they said March, didn't they? So they're still within the time frame. So yeah, I think March was when they said that they were going to release it. Mythic Dolphin Haslab is over 21,000 backers for the Ghost. We're going to count this down. Can it reach 22,000 tonight in the time that we're on, guys? Jace, this was tough on the swing, but I made it work. If there was ever a crew that could carry on for the OT for me, it would be the Ghost crew. There you go, my friend. It really was a fun series for sure. Dave Sennell, use the force, Jay, use the force. Absolutely, Dave. Venus 1022, does anyone know when the Sabine and Chopper will be going live for those who are part of the campaign? That will be announced much later on. They literally just reached Zeb Orrelios today, so I'm pretty sure they have to do a whole bunch of organization before they can even do that. I think they got to get the digital renders ready. I think they got to, get all that stuff together before they can actually make any announcements. So stay tuned to social media, and I'm pretty sure they're going to do a live stream probably very, very soon. Brian Menke, did you back the Ghost? No, not this time. I have to choose between two projects, and the one I chose, of course, is going to be Cat's Lair. And again, huge thanks to everybody who's helped me to get to that goal. I'm only $300 shy of finally getting my hands on the Cat's Lair, and with I think it's 11 days to go or something like that. I think I have a good enough chance to get it. So thank you again for everybody who helped support me on that one. You guys are the best. Big Jack Films. I was in cosplay a bit. Rick O'Connell Thursday and Android 17 on Sunday. You're just killing it, Jack, as always. McDonald's in the house. 2133 backers for Ghost with 28 minutes left. They can still make 22,000. We shall see. $5 a pork, not bad. Venus, I agree. They should have given us the option to buy doubles. Yes, that would be really, really cool. Aquarius Man, hey Jay, I can't believe the backers are killing the Haslab. Proud of the backers and glad to hit all the tiers. Me too. Again, the fence sitters are going to sit on that until they actually get all the tiers, so that does happen. Iconic Blood 666. They should really throw in a Sabine and Chopper for free now. I don't see that as a possibility. I mean, think about this. You needed 17,000 just to get Zeb. So right now, around this time, 22,000, I think you're probably going to be able to get Sabine, but I think you'd have to hit 25,000 to even think about Chopper. So it's a tough situation. At least they're giving us the option to buy it. I think that's the biggest thing. Because they're giving us the option to buy it, at least then the whole Ghost family will still be together. They're not being left out. Dwayne Oakley. This is the way. Showing the Ghost on Ahsoka helped. I believe it did. It got wrecked though. Dericus Maximus. I hope the next Star Wars Haslab is going to be the original trilogy. Is from the original trilogy. You know that Ewok village is looking really nice right about now. Yojo C. Another exciting thing about this ending is that a new Haslab will be coming soon. Is it that exciting? Seriously? Oh my gosh, that's a lot of money. Wookie Sasquatch. Cookie Monster got eaten by the Rancor. The Rancor got choked to death on him and ripped. Rest in peace, Rancor and Cookie Monster. Dude, too soon, man. Too soon. Big Jack Films. The only thing I bought lately is lightsabers from TVX Saber Booth. They are the best sabers group, and I've seen and we're in talks for sponsorships. Nice, congratulations, Jack. I got a couple of sabers from review copies, so I know exactly what you're talking about. Andrew Davis. I think the classified his tanks are already stateside. Nice. I hope they get shipped out in time for Christmas. That would be awesome. RC, I wanted that Rancor. I know. I really wanted it too, actually. Labrat, Haslam teams looking at 22,000. Stay on target. Stay on target. That's right. They should. It's getting close. Dericus Maximus, I wanted the Rancor too, RC. Yeah, man. It was if they had actually done it while the series was going on and we saw the Rancor, I think it would have. I think it would have funded. Jimmy C. Not sure if this has been mentioned, but the Marvel Haslab price leaked per Reddit. The price is $199. Jimmy C. If that's the case, let me know where it is. If you want to send it here on Instagram, send me a PM. I'd love to take a look at it and show everybody what it's supposed to be and which Haslab. What is that? What is it though? What is it? I would really like to know. $199 is an amazing price. Oh my god, that'll sell out completely. Yo Joe C, don't forget I pitched in half for one of the Cat Slayer's chairs for you. You're awesome, dude. Thanks for that. Venus 1022. I got the lair and the Haslab. Dude, you were awesome. Oh my gosh. You have the OG Ewok Village Jack. That's awesome, dude. You're crazy. You're amazing. Ryan, when is Toddy Mac going to get the crowdfunding game? I need a Batcave scale on the scale of the Cat's Lair. Ryan, he already did a crowdfund. He crowdfunded his Spawn figures. Look up on Kickstarter and look up McFarlane. Dave Sanelli, saw the Millennium Falcon today at Target clearance for $20. Dude, congratulations, man. That thing is nice. The what's it called? The Galaxy Squadron? It's really nice. Richard Garcia, dude, I saw you in the X-Wing fighter on the new Ahsoka. No. That is some Korean dude that happens to live in Toronto. Good on you, Richard. Thanks for that. Dwayne Oatley, new Haslab world between the world between worlds or Death Star. That's interesting. Iconic Blood 666. Anybody know when that new Attorney of Trapjaw is going to hit the pre-order scene? Not really sure. It could happen anytime though. So if once it happens, you know that I will have this on my channel to let everybody know. Mythic Dolphin 21-100 with only 23 minutes left to go. Let's head over there really soon. Dericus Maximus, did you pick up the Mondo Battle Cat J? I did. It's stateside and it's on its way. Thank you, Dericus. Richard Garcia, I received my Snake Mountain. I'm so happy, dude. It's coming for me too. Neil Hunter Hyde, what's going on? Neil, hola Mega J, hola Neil. How are you doing tonight? Aquarius man, Jay, I'll be happy to back the Cat's Lair. I'm going to back it, and then the cat lair will look good and cool. Yes, it will. It would look awesome. Naturally Marvel, what's going on, my friend? Big Jack Films, kind of tempted to put together the Lego Batman Returns Batcave. Anybody spare $500? Best of luck to you, Jack. Brian Stadler, I got throttled this month. My wallet, it came in all at once. I know it almost happened to me. Thankfully, I was able to stave that off. Hey, Terrence, what's going on, my friend? I don't collect Star Wars, but happy for those who wanted the Ghost. Absolutely. And of course, Jared Bear Man Cave. How many ghosts did you get? 0, because I'm going for the Cat's Lair. All right, last one. Jimmy C. That's the link to the Reddit post. Thank you, Jimmy. We will take a look at that in a second. I just wanted to showcase this. Let's have a look at what's going on with the Haslab project, guys. All right. So here we are. Let's do a refresh. So a couple hours ago, it was 20,661 backers. Hitting refresh now at 11:38 p.m. Oh my gosh, we're all the way up to 21,144 backers. We have about 20 minutes left to go. This is crazy. Can it hit 22,000 backers, guys? That will be the question for today. And it's been one heck of a roller coaster ride. I mean, like, seriously. This has been one crazy Haslab. Right out the gate, it was like gangbusters. It literally the first 5 days was like boom, 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 go, sell. And it was like going crazy. And it pretty much hit its funding goal in 5 days. If we actually bring up geekdadlife.com, definitely give Geek Dad Life a like and a follow, guys. Tell them that Jay sent you. Brian Brink and his beautiful charts. Definitely give a huge shout out to Brian Brink. This was this amazing chart that Brian had brought up, and as you can see, for about the red line is the Ghost. For the first 5 days, it was just going absolutely bonkers. I mean, it was like boom, 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 and right when it hit the fully funded goal on the 5th day, then it just started literally right at that point. You can actually see it. It hit that point and then flatline. It pretty much flatlined completely. A few backers here and there, a couple of hundred here, a couple of hundred there, but it was literally like It was like, it was like those medical shows that you see on TV. Had a tiny bit of a spike between the 19th and the 20th, and then it just kept. It was just crazy. And then around the time Ahsoka, literally, quite literally, around the time Ahsoka's first episode aired, all of a sudden, boom, Ezra Bridger finally gets backed. And he was at 14,000 backers, right? And that was great, really encouraging for everybody. But then, once again, it literally was that just continual progression line, and it was really nuts. And quite literally, it was like yesterday, I think. No, sorry, was it yesterday or the day before? Anyway, it was like last 3 days. That's when things really started to pick up. Like a lot of people were really worried that this would not hit its second tier. Like people were just like, Kanan Jarrus is not gonna happen. Right? It was absolutely crazy. But boom, I think it was 2 days ago, Kanan gets funded. Then literally earlier, I think it was actually yesterday. Yesterday, Kanan got funded, and then everyone was like, "Oh my god, can we actually hit a surge of 3,000 backers to get to Zeb?" And earlier this afternoon, I think it was like 6 o'clock in the afternoon or something like that. Zeb, rolls in like a huge surge to get those 3,000 backers, and finally we got Zeb. And that was huge, a huge sigh of relief to everybody because, of course, without Zeb, we were not going to get Sabine or Chopper, meaning that the Ghost family would have been missing a few of its key members. So yeah, it's been a roller coaster of like more down to the wire than most Haslabs. It's literally been crazy. I should have shown this earlier actually. Yeah, this chart actually shows, just look at this. This is just crazy. I mean, literally, Kanan was right here. This is Kanan being unlocked at 14,000 right here, right? Sorry, right here. Right here is where Kanan. This was yesterday. Yesterday, Kanan was unlocked at 14,000, and you can see the spike from the day before. Not yesterday, the day before. There was a spike which really shot all the way up for Kanan, which is almost like 2,000 backers or something like that. And then from here, everyone was like, "Can we really get a 3,000 backer surge in less than a day?" Boom, boom, and you can see Zeb is right here. And look at where we are now. Like it's absolutely insane, absolutely freaking nuts what's going on right now in terms of backers. Once again, I want to give a huge shout out to Brian Brink. Why did I close those things? Yeah, I want to give a huge shout out to Brian Brink and his wonderful charts that he makes for all of us to actually take a look at how these things work on and analytically. And and of course, I want to give a huge shout out to Geek Dad Life for hosting those charts. Thank you guys. This has been it's been absolutely amazing watching this journey. And thanks once again to Brian Brink for preparing these charts. Without Brian, we really wouldn't have this to actually refer to. He's been very, very diligent at keeping tabs on how this stuff works. It's absolutely insane. And let's do a check right now. We are at 11:44 p.m. A few minutes ago, it was to 21,144 backers. I'm going to zoom this in so everybody can see what the hell I'm talking about. Yeah, that was like 5 minutes ago. 21,144 backers. Hitting refresh. Woo! 21,227 backers. It's gonna come down to the wire, everybody. We're getting closer to we're 14 minutes down from the end till the end of the campaign. 21,227 backers. Can it reach 22,000 backers? This is gonna come down to the wire, I think, guys. This is definitely gonna come down to the wire. I have a hard time seeing the 22,000, but you never know. You just never know how these things are actually going to go. How do I agree to the terms? All of a sudden, now it wants me to agree. Do I have to agree to the terms? I don't want to agree to the terms. Why do I have to agree to the terms? Anyway, whatever. This is just one of those crazy things that happens. Wow, 20. Could it be possible that this thing's actually going to hit 22,000 backers. That's going to be absolutely nuts, especially considering where we were 3 days ago. 3 days ago, we were like below Kanan Jarrus, right? So we were below 14,000 backers, right? A lot of people had considered this to be done. Like so many people were messaging me, and we were doing a lot of live streams, and people were like, "It's never gonna hit." Like Kanan Jarrus, he's never gonna happen. Or at the very least, people were like, "Zeb, we're never getting Zeb. Forget it. It's not possible. It's 3 days away. It's impossible." And look what happened. Numbers don't lie. Numbers don't lie, and it's actually freaking amazing how consistent these types of things go. There's a huge spike at the beginning of the campaign. Once it hits its target, it's the same. You know what? And you know what? History repeats itself. It was the exact same thing with the Cat's Lair, right? So super7.com, right? Very similar situation with the Cat's Lair. It was going crazy for the first week to try and get the key backed, for the early bird release. It was hovering around 2,500 backers. Literally the day before, a few days before, the deadline for the key of Thundera, and literally right at the end. And admittedly, Brian and the team had to add the numbers for the international backers, but it did actually get it close enough. And then that night we did a whole countdown for the Cat's Lair, and boom, right at the nth hour, literally at the nth hour, it got over the hump at 3,000 backers, and actually ended up somewhere close to the 3,100 backers that same night. However, ever since then, it literally has been. We can go back to Brian Brink's charts later. It's just that right now we're doing the countdown. But yeah, pretty much after that, it was a flat line, and it's right now at 3,334 backers. It's got about 11 days to go. I have a feeling it's definitely going to hit 4,000 backers for the what's it called, Tigris laboratory set. And I do actually feel that 5,000 backers for the Astral Lino is within reach. Again, there are fence sitters like me. Well, in my case, I still have to work up about $300 to get it across the finish line. But there are going to be a lot of fence sitters who just want to make sure that they get the most bang for their buck out of this kind of crowdsourced project. And for me, I can't let this go, no matter what. I have to have it regardless of what happens. I'll figure out how to get the money, but I'm just about $300 shy, so I'm very close. I'm very close to actually getting this all together. So once again, thanks to everybody who's helped me get there. It's been absolutely amazing. You guys are the best. It is 11:48 right now. Let's do a quick refresh. 21,278, slowing down. So we have about 12. Actually, we're down to 10 minutes left. Can we reach 22,000 backers? It's getting a little hairy right now, guys. I'm not really sure if we're actually going to hit 22,000 backers. We shall see. After all, today was a really good example of how you think something's going to happen, and then boom, everything changes within a few hours. It's absolutely bonkers. Abso-freaking bonkers what's going on. Natural Nate Marvel, what's going on, my friend? When is Todd making the Image Foundry action figures? I'm not sure. I have no idea. You never know with Todd. We never know with Todd. He does some crazy things sometimes. Big Jack Film, that or El Dorado Fortress from Lego Pirates. That's looking great at $300. Toy Habits, ding. Big Jack, dude, it's there for you, man. It's there for you. Yojo C, Snake Mountain, the Rice Friday. Woohoo! Woohoo! Mine's stuck at the border. We shall see when it finally arrives. Wiki Sasquatch. Ryan Lee, I would totally back the Michael Keaton 89 DC Batcave that would have places for the Batmobile and Batwing with Alfred Vicky Vale as tiers. Well, brother, we shall see. I mean, like, it's not outside of the realm. He can do it. Terrence and John, have you guys looked into the Kickstarter of Legendary figures? I have taken a look at them. They do look amazing. Maybe we'll take a look at that on the live stream tonight, Terrence. Clint Jorgensen, almost 22,000 backers for a $500 price point. Most impressive results over the past 2 years of crowdfunding. I'm not sure if it's mostly impressive. I mean, it is definitely a high ticket item, but I think a very close second, very close to that, and it pretty much is a raging success as well. Definitely has to be Galactus. Let's take a look at what Galactus's numbers were on the final results. So if we head over here and take a look at Galactus, I believe Galactus is still the most the most successful to date for the price point and the number of sold. Yeah, there it is. Galactus was $250, I want to say. How much was he, guys? I can't even remember anymore. But anyway, Galactus's end number was 30,811 backers, fully funded. And let's just double check on the price. Where is the price? Where is the price? I'm pretty sure it was 250. I'm almost somebody in the comments can help me. I'm pretty sure Galactus was 250. Hold on. Haslab Galactus price. It was, oh, for crying out loud. Where is it? Was it $399? That's not right. Is that right? The Galactus was $399.99? Hold on. Wow, was Galactus $400? I totally, wow, holy crap! I was not expecting that. I didn't know Galactus was that right? Is that actually how much Galactus was at the time? Anyway, wow. So yeah, Galactus by far, according to this anyway, Galactus not by far. I think Galactus is still more successful than the Ghost just by numbers right now. It is $100 difference though. Still, yeah, it's a tough call. It's a tough call. But yeah, at 30,811 backers, that's quite the number. So yeah, I think Galactus still is the most successful Haslab to date, unless somebody can tell me otherwise. Because honestly, it's coming pretty close. 1152 on the nose. Let's hit refresh and see what's happening. Wow, it jumped a lot. 21,348 backers. Still a far cry with only 6 minutes left to go. I'm not sure it's going to hit the 22,000 mark. Then again, if we look back at history, Jurassic Park The Gates had over 1 million backers on its last day. So that's crazy. Hey, guys, here we have a very special guest joining us today. I can't believe it. This is the very first time we're going to have Chaz the Guru. Whoa, Chaz. What's going on, my friend?
Hey, can you hear me?
Chaz, what's going on? How's it going, brother?
Good, man.
Good to hear from you, bro. Man, it's I think this is your first live. Is that correct?
That is correct.
Oh my god, that's nuts. Good to hear your voice, Chaz. So,
hey, good to be on, dude.
The meme master has joined us, everybody. And Chaz, what do you think of this crazy thing? I mean, you've been pushing people for the last couple of weeks, reminding them constantly. I put that in my video earlier today, that they got to actually back this thing because it looked like people had actually forgotten about the Ghost. What are your thoughts on that? Like, seriously?
Yeah, I went hard like on the last couple weeks. Yeah, it seems it was hard. I thought that maybe it wasn't gonna get to the 17,000, but it always takes off at the end. And once it started to get momentum after the 14,000 tier, it just seemed like it just blasted off. So I was called a shill. I was called like a Hasbro shill. People accusing me of bullying us. Stop bullying us into buying something we don't want. Like, hey, dude, don't buy it, man. Like, there's a lot of butthurt people out there, man. A lot of soft people. A lot of soft collectors out there, man. Got exposed.
You know what, Chaz? Don't listen to that noise. That's all complete noise. Like, you know what? Anybody who's in the toy sphere, any of us, toy tubers, Instagram toy tuber, Instagram toyers, you know what I mean? We've all been accused at one point or another of being some sort of show. You know what? It's not about that. We want these things. These are dream projects. We need these things to happen. You know what I mean? Like, this is something that we've wanted all our lives. So if you want to help push that message, that's what it is. If anything, we're pushers. We're not shills. We're freaking pushers.
Yeah, seriously, the toy pushers.
That's right.
We
got to push this on you. We got to push.
But here's the deals that they don't understand. Like people like in the vintage collection groups, they're stop bullying me. This I don't want it. But you should be cheering it on because if it fully funds, that means that Hasbro's going to probably give us more money for more TVC and another Haslab, and it might be something they want, right?
Absolutely, 100%. Kimberlyn says, Chaz, big heart to you, Chaz from Kimberlyn.
Hey.
Derekus Maximus, I enjoy Chaz's posts on Instagram.
Oh, thanks, dude.
Absolutely, man. You got a lot of supporters here, 100%. Brother, we all love your memes. They are They are amazing. Iconic Blood 666 Meme Lord first stream. History has been made.
Well, I got your message. I was just going through. I said, "Hey, do you want to jump on the live stream?" I'm like, all right, man, why not, dude? I just got
Awesome, brother.
home. I was picking up my daughter from dance and all that, and getting them. It's only what time? It's 8:55 on the West Coast, so it's not that late for me.
That's awesome, brother. I'm glad you could join us. Rhea Black, what's going on? How you doing tonight? Good to see you. Adventures of Kevin Vila and family and friends. Hey, Big Jack Films. Good to see you guys are talking to each other. Let's take a look at how it's doing, Chaz. Right now we are down to 4 minutes, actually more like 3 minutes on the clock. Hitting refresh. Wow, this is getting close. 21,420. I'm not sure it's going to hit 22,000, but man, where we are now to where we were 3 days ago when you posted that that Kanan Jarrus push
Yeah,
that was freaking crazy, man. That was like 14,000 ago,
I mean,
dude.
that's
How,
nuts.
oh my god, how far have we like pushed? It's freaking crazy. It is absolutely
Yeah.
bonkers.
Well, I only backed Star Wars and GI Joe, so I don't know about the Marvel ones, but I can't remember it blasting this much in such a little amount of time. The other ones seemed like they already blew through the final tiers before the towards
Yeah,
the end.
exactly.
And this one, man, it was white knuckles because
It was.
we didn't even get to 14 for Kanan
Yep.
until what, yesterday, right? So that's
Yeah, yeah.
nuts.
That was why it was such a nail biter, right? Because again, you were posting up. It's like, dude, we got to do something fast, right? We need from Canaan, 14,000, 15, 16, 17. Right from there, it was 3,000 additional, and we still hadn't reached Canaan yet. You know
Yeah,
what I
it's
mean?
crazy.
That's where everything really kind of went absolutely nuts. Zeb Corp Alpha, thank you so much for the $10 super chat, my friend. You're awesome. Ghost is going in my home office next. Large window overlooking my Georgia estate.
I
I
wonder
love the fact
how many people are gonna be blowing out their windows and doing additions on their house to put this thing up.
apparently that's not a problem for Zed Corp Alpha. He's got a freaking Georgia estate. Congratulations, my friend. And
Nice.
congratulations to everybody who backed this. You guys are all amazing. Oh my gosh. Making the dreams come true. What are your thoughts though, Chaz, on the fact that we actually I'm not trying to be salty here, but what are your thoughts on the fact that we actually have to end up buying Sabine and Chopper? I mean, a lot of people are saying they should have just thrown them in. What are your thoughts on that?
Yeah, it's weird, right? I don't like. It's weird because if you didn't back it, and these are the ones that are going to be on the mural cards with the season 4, and you didn't back it, so you won't have the rest of them. So people are just going to buy these ones. I don't know, man. That's kind of
Yeah,
weird to
that's
me.
really crazy.
And the rumor, is that it was supposed to be $600, so they have to scrap a bunch of stuff and reconfigure to get it to a 500 price point. So if they included everything, I mean, for $600, but I mean, would that even include those two figures too? I mean, I don't know. I always
Sure.
thought that they should put the whole crew in.
Yep, I think a lot of people
It should
did.
have been the
All
whole
right,
crew.
we are down to the last 10 seconds. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hitting refresh. It is over, everybody. It is
Nice.
over. It is fully funded. The last number, at least for now, because they're probably going to end up adding international backers later, or what tends to happen with these things is there are last minute people who are just backing right now. So this number will probably change throughout the evening. But right now, as of 11:59 p.m., the deadline has been reached. 21,450. It got so close, Chaz.
That's
It got
crazy, right?
so freaking close to 22,000 backers.
That's like
My
that's
God.
like 8,000, roughly 8,000 the last 2 days, right?
Yeah,
Because we were under
that is,
Canaan still yesterday.
dude, that
So
is just
that's nuts, man.
absolutely bonkers. I cannot believe that actually happened. Wow. I think you're right for sure you're right in one respect. I don't remember the velocity being this fast in the last 2 days. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, this seems like crazy. And from being below all those last two tiers, right? In the last two
Absolutely.
days, blasting through those last two tiers in 2 days, and that's
Absolutely. Oh my gosh, Zed Alpha, thank you for the $2 super chat, my friend. I really appreciate it. Ended. Congratulations to everybody. Yes, congratulations. 21,452 backers. I'm gonna hit refresh just for the fun of it. Hitting refresh. Oh, it just jumped. 21,476.
Hey,
See what I mean?
hey, does anybody have a ghost for a reasonable price? I'm looking for one right now.
Oh, there.
Get ready, man. They're coming.
Oh my gosh, Brian Brink is in the chat. What's going on, Brian? How you doing tonight, Brian? Let me know if you want to join. Hit me up on Instagram again. I'm not. You know what? Let me see if I can find you, Brian. Really quick. Would love to hear your insights on this. See if I can find you again, Brian Brink. You're gonna have to hit me up again, Brian, because as usual, I can't find. It's hard. I have so many messages coming in. It's kind of hard to it's kind of hard to find you in the noise. Just hit me up on Instagram, Brian. Mega J Retro Instagram. We'd love to get you on and talk about your findings for tonight, because this to me is historic. I think as Chaz and I have talked about just now, I don't think I've seen the velocity that's happened on this the way it jumped again. 21,481. Like, the numbers are still rolling in. I don't know if we're going to hit 22,000, but there's Brian. All right, let me just send Brian the link.
Hey, I could think of one other one that was this velocity. It was the Rancor, but it was going backwards.
Oh my God, that's a good one.
But that's true, though, right, man? They started dropping. Oh my God, he was dropping people.
Your brain is just full of memes, right, Jack? It's just kind of coming in and out of your brain. It's hilarious. Iconic Blood 666. My credit card. No. I think there was a collective credit card scream 2 minutes ago. Oh gosh, it's absolutely crazy. Zone Williams, we didn't it. We did, brother. We did. We most certainly did. Random Diorama, $10.7 million. Holy crap, Chaz.
Yeah, a nice interest-free loan for Hasbro.
Interest-free loan, forget that. It's not even a loan. This is money in the bank. Now they're storing it in the bank. I believe that they have this special interest, like 10% interest. So God knows how much the interest is in their bank accounts. That is incurring interest for the next year and a half.
That's right. It's paying for themselves, right? So they're just getting all profit.
It's earning them money. It's not paying anything. It's earning them freaking money now.
Yeah, they're using the interest to pay for the ghost, right? So yeah, they're smart.
It's just absolutely bonkers right now. $10.7 million. Holy crap. That's just crazy. James Morrow, CC James. I think the spike may have happened because the numbers from Hong Kong, Singapore, Australia, etc., were added in the last 36 to 48 hours. This is possible. It could be possible that that's where that spike came from. But no matter what, it really did jump all over the place. I don't know. What are your thoughts, Chaz? Do you think it was actually the international numbers?
You know what? There was a stream where they were addressing that, and I can't remember exactly what they said, but I thought they said that these numbers were already added, that they batched them in as they go along, and that there wouldn't be any huge jump at the end while they're porting them in. So I think it was Jing who said that they batched them in every once in a while. And they said, "Oh yeah, you'll see that the numbers for your fresh, they kind of jump up because we're putting them in as we go." So I don't think that there was any huge jump, like a big backing dump into the numbers at the end. I don't think so, because that's not the way they made it sound. So
I think so too. I think that it's incremental, and because of the flat line that had actually happened, I think that was important that they actually keep adding numbers, because just to keep showing that it was actually rising. Because again, once it starts a flat line, people tend to lose interest. It's really scary how the fear of missing out is just really ridiculous. You know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly.
Wookiee Sasquatch. As of right now, Galactus sales were 12.3 million, and the Ghost is at 10.7 million. Wow, that is a huge. But it just proves my point that Galactus still is the most successful Haslab project probably right now in terms of like in these numbers. There probably is something even more successful. I just haven't looked at it yet. But that's just crazy. Um, Zane Williams says the Sandcrawler is next. I don't know.
Yeah.
As much as I like the Sandcrawler, it's just this big brown thing. Does that excite you, Chad?
It would be cool, but didn't they? They already had a huge one. What for? I think Disneyland or Disneyland Parks had one. So, how many people would that attract? I don't know, because probably a lot of those collectors already have that one. So I don't know.
Absolutely.
I think a
Coming
Death
in,
Star. Death Star
coming
is
in right
my.
now is another well, is the man of the hour, Brian Brink himself. What's going on, Brian?
Hi, Jay. Hey, Chaz. I
Hey,
don't
Brian.
think we've met.
No, hey, what's up, Brian?
Oh, Brian, what a day! What a day! Like what 2 days? These last 2 days have just been absolutely bonkers. I mean, like Chaz and I have just been discussing this. The velocity that's happened the last 2 days is it's kind of crazy. Has there been the similar velocities in other crowdsourced projects with like that you've noticed? Because
Oh yeah, the FOMO spike is real.
Yeah.
It's a real thing.
but
Um,
we covered how many did we cover, Chaz? 8,000 today?
Yeah, it seemed like 8,000 in the last 2 days, right?
It's
Because it was under
uh,
13 yesterday.
last two
And so,
days, 77,700 or so.
very close.
yeah, so
Yep.
close.
Very close. Have there been like in the same time span? Have there been any other projects that you remember with the same type of velocity with
Oh,
like that many?
Galactus was bonkers. In like the last 3 days, it like doubled its backers.
Really?
Yeah.
Holy
Wow.
crap! Galactus,
Um,
man.
yeah.
The FOMO was real with Galactus. And you know what really sucks? I would have been one of those guys, but I'm an idiot. So
Yeah.
that's what
Yeah.
happened.
I'm watching the numbers tonight. There's 5 minutes left. I'm looking around my house. I'm like, could the ghost go there? Could it go there? Could it go there? I was like, no, I don't need this thing. I
Yeah,
was close though.
I had to make my choice, and the Thunder the Cat Slayer won out. I need that Cat Slayer as much as
Yeah.
I like the Ghost, and I love Rebels, the cartoon, and everything like that. I'm just such a big Thundercats fan. I need that. But Chaz, did you actually go in on the Ghost, or you pretty much
No, yeah. Oh, no, I got one for sure.
And,
I can't promote something that I'm not going to back
That's
myself, right?
right. That's right.
Razor Crest actually did almost 10,000 the last 2 days.
Whoa, are you
Yeah.
Oh,
serious?
wow.
God dang.
Yep.
That's crazy. So actually,
So-
this isn't that impressive actually compared to those.
It's not a big surprise, but hey, our memories are short, right?
This is
So
the
we
thing.
But
live
Razor
from
Crest,
one.
wasn't Razor Crest, that ended up with like 28 or something like that, right? That was a lot, wasn't it?
Yeah. Yeah, it did 8,000 in the last day.
But the Razor Crest was considerably less, right? What was it, like $300? It was like $299,
Yeah, I got that here.
Yeah, somewhere around there.
350 for the Razor
$350.
Crest.
Yeah, so it's considerably less. So when you think
Yeah.
about it, that's not terrible. How much was Galactus? Because I just checked. Was it $399?
Galactus was 400. Yep.
Wow. Yeah, that is just bonkers. That is just absolutely crazy. Wookie Sasquatch says that's what Usual Mike was saying about 3 weeks ago. What happened with the international sales? So maybe he was right. You never know. It's kind of interesting, and I think that would be a fascinating metric if you could get a hold of that, Brian. When they start adding in the international, if we could like start dividing that, that would be an absolutely fascinating metric.
After doing this so many times, I do know that the Hasbro Pulse UK site and the US site, they run in tandem.
Oh,
So
okay.
they all come in at the same time.
Ah,
So if
okay.
you were to Google the link for Hasbro Pulse UK, you'll see the numbers coincide.
Interesting.
On the same page.
So more or less they are in sync then, or at least somewhat in tandem.
Yep.
That's interesting. At least that's better to know. So maybe the numbers are always on
Well,
on
not
par.
always. If you look at the Transformers Haslabs, I don't know if we're going to get one this year or not. I would expect it to possibly be announced in the next month or so if they do decide to do one. They actually partner with like Takara Tomy and things like that with, over in Japan, for that hemisphere, because that hemisphere is huge into Transformers, right? Of course. And they batch in those numbers every Monday. So when you look at the charts for those, every Monday there's a spike for the Transformers HasLabs.
That again, it's fascinating how these things turn out. But yes, the Transformers is a different beast entirely, especially in the Asian markets. China, in particular, is just bonkers for Transformers. They're just absolutely obsessed with them. It's
Oh
ridiculous.
yeah, I got a whole shelf of third-party Transformers back there. If it wasn't for them, my shelves would be pretty bare.
Right, Ken, Pare, amazing. Every tier was unlocked, dude. It was kind of scary for a while, but Chaz was following it, Brian was following it, and these last 2 days have just been Hail Mary everywhere, man. It literally was the pray to the gods and hopefully something, and it did. The miracles happened as they always do, though. Brian, the numbers
Yeah.
just don't lie. It's almost
No.
like clockwork. It's the last 3 days, bang,
Yeah.
bang, bang, bang.
Yeah,
It's just
those are the only
ridiculous.
days that count. The first 3 days and the last 3 days. Just the way people. I guess that's how mentality works. You know.
I find that as long as they hit the first number, then it goes me.
Mhm.
It literally
Yeah.
flatlines around that time, and then restarts again
Yeah,
closer
and
to the end.
sometimes they don't fund in the first week, and it still does that flat line. There's people out there. It's like I'm in and I'm going in, and then there's the people that just always wait. I don't know if we've been doing this for so many years now. I still don't know if people don't realize that you don't get charged until the campaign is over, whether or not it's
Yeah,
funded.
I think that's it too. I think a lot of
Hmm.
people are just still, even though you can tell them that, they're afraid, right? So they just
Yeah.
say, I'm going to wait till the last minute because I don't want a surprise on my credit card.
It
Right.
is the strangest thing, at least for HasLabs, because with Mattel, they pretty much charge you right away, but for HasLabs, yeah, like as far as I know, like even whether it was the Dragonfly, whether it was the His Tank, whether it was Unicron. Actually, Unicron, I can't remember now. Unicron, I think, was the same. Yeah, it's hard to remember back then, all the way back then. I think it was the same though.
Oh,
Yes, for
you mean as far as it charging at the end?
yeah,
Yeah,
I
yeah, for
think
sure.
Unicron was the same. It's been a
Yeah.
while, so it's really hard to say. But dang, if the numbers just don't lie. You cannot refute these types of numbers. It's absolutely crazy. Um, so gentlemen, Hasbro PulseCon in 1 month. Brian, that could be where they talk about a Transformers HasLab.
Yeah.
I believe, Chaz, unless I'm mistaken, they're going to probably talk about the Mattel crowd. As a matter of fact, what do you guys think for the Mattel HasLab? Any predictions?
Wait, which
I,
one?
as far as what the ones people will choose, I don't really have a dog in the fight. My Motu collection is Mega Blocks, and that's it. It's
Well,
it's a
somebody said
space,
that there
it's a
was. I'm
space
sorry
issue.
about that.
But
Somebody said there was a Marvel one that was leaked, or
oh,
it's
so
going to
Yeah.
be right.
Marvel's Friday. They're
Oh,
gonna
okay,
announce
so
it
Oh,
on
is it Friday?
Friday.
Okay.
I don't know if the campaign starts Friday or if they're just gonna be like, hey, here's what's coming. Here's what we're gonna make. So,
Yeah. Someone
um,
did say that they'd leaked it, but I thought they told me. Hold on, let's find out. Oh, there it is. Wait a second. No. Oh, someone said that they sent it to my, but I haven't received it. Yeah, somebody said that it was leaked on Reddit. I'll take a quick look on the Reddit forum, see if anything. HasLab Marvel leak, because I think they said that the price would be $199, which, if that's actually true, it just seems a bit too low for me. I mean,
I,
okay, that's what it was. I'm pretty sure this is rumor. Let me throw this up and show you guys what I think is what they're saying. So this
yeah,
this is
be
what.
careful. You get what you pay for sometimes. I hope it's not too cheap, right?
Yeah, I think you're right. So here it is, guys. Take a look. Apparently it's Giant Man at 199. I don't
that
know.
could just be a Pulse con or Pulse exclusive, right? Because it's only
Yeah,
$200.
yeah. I don't know. Chaz, you're thinking it's a PulseCon exclusive. I'm sort
Yeah,
of leaning towards the same.
yeah, I don't think they would waste a HasLab on a $200 item.
No, I don't think so either. I don't think, because that there's a what are they called again? There's a ceiling that a lot of people can hit on retail, and I think retail can hit $200. I mean, like most Titans are 250 or 250 right now, right? So for the Transformers Titans, most of them are like 250 right now, right? Or is it 200 right
True.
now?
Well, even the last two Transformer HasLabs were 175 or 185 or something like that.
Yeah,
Oh,
But
yeah,
those are less popular items that probably wouldn't fly off the shelves because they were like post G1 lore
yeah.
characters type thing.
But they know their market. They know their markets.
Yeah.
Again, they know their Asian markets. They know the Transformers market, and you know what? I still think that other than if I'm not mistaken, other than Unicron's first outing, which was a complete failure,
Yeah, it was
they
rough.
haven't failed on a Transformers HasLab yet. So I mean, like they're pretty consistent with Transformers on that regard. So
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm not really leaning towards this as a HasLab. And at 200, it just seems very unlikely.
well,
Sorry, Chess. Did you say that?
oh yeah. So they just did the vintage collection. Uh, what was Throne Room for? Was it 229? And that's just a Pulse exclusive. That's not even a HasLab, right? So I don't know. To me, $200 for a Marvel would be a waste on a HasLab.
Yeah, no, I totally agree with you. Again,
It could.
I'm not convinced. I really am not. Shiny Plastic People. I don't know if it's shared yet here, but I just wanted to give a huge shout out to Brian Brink for being off with his projection on the Ghost by only 124 backers.
Awesome, dude. Wow.
So I'll pull the curtain back a little bit on that, right? So as we talked about, all these campaigns follow the same curve, right? It's up, and then it flatlines, and it's up at the end. And so basically, what I do is I just take the numbers from previous HasLabs, similar price, similar brand or property, and then I just compute the percentages of how the previous HasLab performed, day to day for the last week, and then I just apply that to the current numbers of the HasLab that we want to do the projection for, and so I want to say, hey, great, kudos to me for predicting it accurately, but really I'm going by the customer behavior from the previous campaigns. So
Hey, you're the
the
only one doing it, man. So
I
congrats.
know, right? It's you think there'd be other people out there? I tell you, for the Star Wars ones though, Forlom Tzukis, he puts the numbers out there on his Instagram. He doesn't make graphs, but he does all the calculations, like here's how many you need per day for the rest of the campaign, things like that. And man, do I look tired under here?
You're not the only one, Brian. Don't worry
Yeah.
about it. Uh,
So
Jer Bear. I bet the NECA Turtle Lair didn't get those numbers. Ooh, shots fired, brother. Shots fired. It would be interesting. It would be nice to be a fly on the wall to find out how many numbers the Turtle Lair did. I'm just gonna put. Why don't we talk about it? Chaz, I'm surprised you haven't put any memes, too many memes on that one. What were your thoughts about the Turtle Lair and its price?
And you know what? I don't follow Turtles. I don't follow Marvel. So I only mean what I know.
Well, this one's not a hard. This thing is like as far as playsets goes. This thing is how much was it, Brian? $299, 300.
oh, for that turtle layer, the
Yeah,
sewer layer, yeah,
yeah.
300
I think
bucks.
$300.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
300 freaking dollars for 4 walls and a couple of chairs. Like seriously, it's actually
Yeah.
pretty crazy.
You
Um,
kind of look at that, and for what you're getting, I mean, the value doesn't look like it's there. I know some people who make very high-end dioramas, and they're like, you know, they wouldn't be able to make it for that price if they were to put all the detail in that they would usually do. Um, but it's again, I think it just calls out to the completists of that turtle line. Maybe the sum of the well, how's the phrase? The sum of the parts is greater than the whole, or whatever it
yeah,
is.
yeah, yeah. That's what I was, something like that.
Yeah.
Maybe it needed some Jurassic Park fences to get it going.
Yeah. another shot, another shot fired. But I mean, when you look at it, like it's just kind of a shocking number because you look at the previous offering of a diorama, right? Let me just bring it up here. and it's available right now on Entertainment Earth. It was only $114.99. It's available right now. You can pick up the Street Diorama right now for $114.99. Now, I do believe the turtle specific one is like $150, but that's a far cry from $299. That's like double the price. You know what I mean? Compared
Yeah.
to their Street Diorama. It just I think the whole community is a little bit up in arms and like, why is it so expensive? And only
blame
NECA,
'em.
and really only NECA can answer that question.
Yeah. Yeah, it does seem like way out of left field, compared to, like you said, like this one you have here, up on the screen. I'm very thankful that I am not a huge Turtles fan. I just recently got this set, the Mirage set there, and I'm really, really happy with this.
Yeah,
And
they look great.
I did go in on the van though, just for fun.
Yeah, but again, the van. The van is a different beast entirely. I mean, it's like the detail inside. I was there. I was at the show, and it's got tons of detail. You know what I mean? The interior. It's got a bunch of accessories that it comes with as well. So I can see why that one is a little bit pricey. But basically, it's almost the exact same price. Actually, the van is technically cheaper than the diorama set. It's actually ridiculous, right? So
Yeah, and what's the word on the street? It's cheaper to make display pieces than it is vehicles. Wasn't that the murmurs coming out of like Super 7 with the Cat Slayer and the Thunder Tank and things like that?
yeah.
The tooling is cheaper, but
He said, she said, right? I mean, it's gonna
right.
at the end of the day, it's gonna be one of these things that whatever's convenient at the time, right? But then there are other players in the game who are now capitalizing on that, right? And I guess we'll see where it finally ends up. Again, it would be very interesting to be a fly on the wall and see how many they actually sold worldwide. However, I will say that there are diehard Turtle fans out there, and they will pay that price. They will. FFP. Giant Man is a Haslab. There's a teaser pic of the Avengers staring at a camera, and Giant Man's shadow is projecting onto the scene. That's a Haslab teaser pic. Yeah, I saw a different type of augmented version of it where you can see
I saw that too.
something swinging at the bottom. The third leg shows up. So at $299 for a Giant Man, I can't see that not being a success. And I think if that's the case, for me anyway, I think that shows that the Marvel team wants to get another W under their belt and get them back on track.
Yeah, for sure. That the Engine of Vengeance just didn't go well for them at all, right? And a lot of the complaints, of course, were the price. And if this Giant Man, if there's not a lot of bells and whistles in it, and it's just a giant figure, maybe 200 seems about right. No electronics, things like that.
It would be really cool if they added some lights. I think that would be really neat. Give it a little bit of extra value. I think that would be really fun. Jace, incredibly overpriced. NECA has either a much bigger licensing fee to cover, or they bet too long on the value of the brand. It's interesting to say, Jace. It might be just them testing the waters. I mean, that happens too, right? Or there might be something else involved with this particular set. I'm not sure. At this point, it's all speculation until somebody actually comes out and says something, which they won't. Wookie Sasquatch. Check out Ramen Toy's sewer replace set that he designed is much, much better. Again, like this opens the door for other players in the market, and we shall see what's going to happen.
Yeah, and I saw he changed that design up a little bit too. So he's got the top to it now with the street scene and everything. So...
Yeah, but I don't think it's. A lot of people are getting. I think a lot of people are misinterpreting it because it's still just sectional. So I think that there are 4 pieces and only one piece is what they're selling at a time. So we do have to take that into consideration. And from what I understand, it's the same piece doubled and flipped around. So yes, it is a different design, but I think that some people are saying that it's 180 for all 4. No, that's not true. That would be absolutely incredible value, but I don't think that's actually the case. I can't speak to that 100%. People would have to confirm that with Ramen. Bryce, back to Hiss and Dragonfly plus the classified figures coming out. I think my credit card would melt in my hand if I backed. Can you imagine if credit cards actually had voices? Like Chaz, would your credit card be singing or crying right now?
He'd probably be cussing me out.
How about you, Brian?
Yeah, I mean, if you're a fan and collect all of this stuff, man, has it been rough these last couple years? I mean, um, I collect Transformers, but I also collect Mythic and Cosmic Legions, right?
Mhm.
So they hit you with a monster pre-order almost every other month now. Those four horsemen.
Yeah.
And by the way, their pre-order for their next Cosmic Wave ends on the same day as the Cat Slayer.
Oh
Um,
God.
yeah, this is
Are
a
you
three
serious?
paycheck month for me, so I'm like, I've got it, right? So
Oh my God.
yeah,
That's
um,
absolutely bonkers. I feel for your I feel for that credit card. It literally is screaming at you
yeah,
right now.
but
Ramen Toys here. It's all relative. Tooling is dependent on the size of the quality of the quantity of sets, not whether the item, not whether what item it is that decides the cost of tooling. Yes, yeah, everything is decided ahead of time. Like again, this is some people have a hard time understanding this, but yes, that's absolutely true. So I disagree that the playset is cheaper than a vehicle. Interesting.
right. So
So
again, that was just hearsay, like people were saying that they heard and things like that. So
yep.
it makes sense, and with in all the years that I've collected Transformers, we found that price goes up with parts count, right? Transformers have a lot of moving pieces, and you have to have the tooling for all those pieces. But and that's why they're typically more expensive.
Fascinating. Ramen Toy says that licensing fee is the same percentage. It can't be more for a sewer layer. I think that's true. I mean, they've already paid for the turtle license, and that pretty much, like in many cases, that covers the entire gambit for toys, right? So it is a strange, interesting thing that we're talking about here. Very, very interesting. We are breaking down the diorama Musk now, and it will show exactly what it means when we have all the prototypes next. Well, there you go. So there have been a lot of questions as to what they're actually offering, depending on the number of sets that they have to offer. And I guess in the next couple of, rather soon, we'll find out exactly what happens. And it's really interesting to find out now that actually the deadline for the turtle sewer layer ended yesterday, if I'm not mistaken. I think yesterday was the deadline.
Oh, I didn't even realize that was a limited window
Oh yeah,
pre-order. Yeah.
it was like 2 weeks or something. It was like 1 week to order out the whole thing. So I think that's pretty much it for that particular.
Well, don't worry, when it comes out, then they'll put the pre-orders out again, similar to like
You're
didn't
right.
they redid the pre-order for the Turtle Van too,
I
right?
believe
Like
you're
a
right.
little bit
Yeah,
later.
they did.
Yeah.
They did. Jerry Bear Man Cave. The Velaverse Vanguard is also this month. That's another anomaly. Bobby Valla has been doing some amazing things, to be honest with you. And this particular vehicle that he's offering, I think he ended up I think he ended up saying it was 180 or was it 200? I can't remember. It's
Yeah, it's
somebody in the
somewhere
chat,
around there, and yeah, it's somewhere around there. And then if you wanted to get the extra like turret and stuff, that's all like piecemeal. You have to add to it.
but still he did
Yes.
it, right? He still did it to
Yeah,
180, right?
yeah. He's putting the fire on Hasbro because now Hasbro, is giving us the vehicles now. So
It's pretty crazy. Um, let's see here. Jer Bear, I hope Ramen makes it a diagram to fit module case someday. Yeah.
So that would be a really big diorama. I mean, Magic
That'd be
Cases has a few
huge.
different sizes. I have a friend of mine who's got one, and a couple friends actually, and they're very very impressive. Especially if
Yeah.
you're putting quarter scale statues in them, they really fit the bill there. Um, but Ramen Toys, I was wondering. I mean, it just measure out the standard dimensions of a IKEA Billy bookcase, and I think that's what you want your diorama to be. From
yeah,
a size perspective. Don't
Yeah,
measure
but
the DTOFs though, right? Aren't DTOFs like
yeah,
they're
Detox
on their way out?
just got discontinued.
Yeah.
Surprising. So whatever last batches they're going to be bringing out, now's the time to buy them at inflated prices because you know that they're going to pump that thing up for the last hurrah. The sewer layer is no longer on the NECA store website. Yes, it's been delisted right now. But as Brian says, it'll probably come back by the time it actually comes out. Um, wow, Jer Bear, you found a module case retailer in Toronto? Get out of town. I'm scared. I'm scared to find out how much one of those things here is in Canada, because I know how much they are in the US. They must be god awful expensive here in Canada. That's gonna be scary. Ramen says it's probably gonna be 185 USD. And to answer your question, the Billy bookcase doesn't have enough depth for the layer, apparently. So interesting. But I think what Brian was asking was you should start designing them towards the Billy bookcase.
Well, yeah, I mean that's some of the challenges with some of these big pieces, right? Like I was, I thought in
Oh.
hindsight when the Thunder Tank came out, I was like, you know what? I wish I had thought about it before. Maybe we could have gotten some of those live streams with Brian Flynn and told him, could you make it so that you can separate it into two pieces, like the front and the back? That way I could just display the front on my shelf if I wanted to.
I know.
That'd be kind
I
of
know.
interesting.
That would have been really nice, but
Yeah.
you'd still be missing half, like the interior, right? Because you
Well,
get
yeah,
the
but
two sides.
so when I take it out to play with it, like on the floor, I'll put it together. But when I put it on the shelf, I just want the front of it. Like,
I think he did mention that you can remove the claws. So
Oh, well, that's the cat's lair. I was thinking the Thunder Tank.
Oh, the Thunder Tank. Yeah.
Yeah, imagine if you could split that in half. That would be
Yeah.
fantastic.
Okay, so the 185 was actually for the Velaverse vehicle. Still, that's a great price. That's an absolutely amazing price. It's absolutely. Oh, Mr. Wonderful, what's going on, brother? How you doing tonight? Good to see you. Mr. Wonderful, of course, is doing the Hexastacks, guys. I'm not sure if there's any more time left. Let me just double check really quickly. Oh God, he's got just a little bit over a day to go. Let me just bring this up, guys. So everybody, please, in the Hexastack. Yep. All right. So how can I bring this back up? Technology sucks. There we go. Yeah, guys, definitely 31 hours to go. Again, just please check this out. Contact Hexastack for information on the project, because it's I just have to be realistic here. It's very unlikely that Travis is going to make his goal for this particular project, but let's at least get some eyeballs on this. It's a wonderful project. Some idiot did a video for him back in his hotel room. That idiot being me. But yeah, basically, guys, it's a wonderful modular system to actually display your figures. You guys are gonna. It's really, really great. This is a learning experience for Travis, and I hope you guys do take a look at this one. It's really it's really very interesting. The big gimmick is the big selling feature. Sorry, not gimmick. The big selling feature is the magnets that really keep everything together. Travis, just make sure people stay tuned, regardless of the Kickstarter success. We're still coming. Yes, Travis is actually going to bring these out at some sort of retail location, more or less online, but he's definitely committed to it, and we will be making this happen 100%. So, guys, definitely check out Hexastack. At least learn a little bit more about the product. There's all information on the Kickstarter itself. You can learn about all the different tiers, all the different sizes, some of the options that it comes with, how you can use the stacks, the different colors that they come in, different textures, and some of the options that will be available when it finally goes to market. Yeah, so guys, definitely check that out. Just wanted to give a shout out to Hexastack while we had them here on the show. Silver K is in the house. What's going on, Silver K? How you doing tonight? Very, very. We're celebrating the backing of the Haslab Ghost, and hopefully everyone backed it. Congratulations to everybody who did receive. Back this one, and you will be getting this. What is it? So, 2020, like late 2024 or early 2025? I think it's 2025, isn't it? Like it's going to be a while. Chaz, do you know when it's supposed to ship?
I don't know. I thought it was 2024, but it probably was. Yeah, it would probably be 2025 because it's usually like a year and a half. So it'd probably be the beginning of 2025. I gotta look on the Hasbro site. I think it says it. I thought, but
yeah, I would imagine. I'm gonna hedge my bet and say 2025. It just seems to make more sense to me. Ramen. So what it means is that Musk will be displayed with only an L shape and stand configuration on a Billy bookshelf. if you decide to create it for that size. I see what you're saying, Robin. Interesting. Yeah, I'm guessing because it's what I think what you're trying to say is you can't. Maybe you could stack it, but you couldn't put them side by side. I guess there's just not enough length, right? It's
Yeah.
it's a bit it is a bit short. I totally get it. Geek the F out. Come over here and smack that leg. Guys, definitely check Geek the F out. Give them a like and a follow. They do wonderful retrospectives on television shows that are currently on the air, including Star Trek and even the TOS series as well. They do retrospectives on that on that too. If you're into science fiction and of course really cool stuff, definitely check out Geek the F out. Hasbro's just successfully charged $10 million USD from all the backers. 10.4 million apparently. Robin. Geek the F out says fall of 2024 is the shipping date. But they have been known to delay Haslabs as well, not just during the pandemic. It has been known to happen. So I'm going to hedge my bet and say early 2025. That's just me. We shall see if I'll be eating my words come 2025. But Geek the F out is saying early 2025 anyway. Penny Vaswen. I apologize, my friend. I'm not sure if I'm even in the ballpark with my pronunciation there. Either of you guys want to take a stab at that? Penny Vaswen. Brian, you want to give it a shot?
I think you got it.
Chaz, go for it.
Penny Avaswan.
Penny Avaswan. I think
Penny. Maybe Penny's the first name, Penny, and then Avaswan is the last name.
I'm thinking you're probably correct. Anyway, we all apologize for butchering your name, my friend. Page said fall of 2024. Razor Crest was late because of the plague. Thank you so much for that. I'm still gonna err on the side of caution and say early 2025. Penny.
Yeah, I can't see it. That's less than a year, right? Or 1 year. I think it would be delayed.
Hey guys, we've been forgiven. It was better than most. Well, thank you, my friend. We know you're just being so kind, but we did try. Geek the F out. Sheesh, that's a lot of cheddar. $10.5 million. Heck yeah, that is a lot. That is a lot of cheddar for sure. And we're talking.
I like how we were crowdfunding or crowdsourcing his last name pronunciation.
I know, right?
Everyone got a chance to try it.
Absolutely. Hey, coming in hot and heavy from the other side of the world. I thought it was the pond at first. No, it's coming from the other side of the world. It's usual Mike. What's going on, Mike?
Hello there. Oh, we're 4 squares now. I apologize for my lateness. I was actually watching another live stream and I was in their chat and they're ignoring the hell out of me because they don't like me. And I come over here, all the love from Canada.
Well, people have been mentioning
future Mike.
Absolutely.
Oh, Chaz is here.
Future Mike, yes. Mike is in the future, actually. It is like...
Right.
It is 2:38 p.m. on a Thursday.
Holy crap. You are literally in the future, Mike.
That's right.
It's nearly time to pick up the kids from school.
Absolutely. How's it going, Mike?
Good. Oh,
now
about this Haslab.
You didn't bother, I'm thinking, unfortunately.
I'm watching Ahsoka in the dark. I have no idea what's going on. They're talking about this world within worlds, and I'm like, oh, what's this together? And I'm like, what? The references are going way over my head. I'm like,
yeah, you should just watch the key episodes of Rebels, and you'll be right back on track. The Veil of the Force. Not going to make any spoilers on that. People are going to have to watch Rebels to figure what I'm talking about. But yeah, let's just say the last episode, it ended off on something. I was like, what the hell just happened? Like, it literally threw me for a loop. I was like, okay, I am lost now. How the hell did she get there? But anyway, we're not going to talk too much about that. But thoughts, Mike, because we were just blown away at the velocity of the last 3 days. Like, it was absolutely bonkers. What are your thoughts on?
I think what happens is they take all those international ones and they slide them in there, and they usually put them right in the last few hours and go bang. But it's sort of like just whoop. I don't know if it was like organic. I think it was just like, oh, here's another 700, put it on there. Here's another 1,000, add that on there. And I just felt like it was like jumping really large compared to that slow burn I said throughout the time when we're like, what's happening? Nothing's happening. It was like dead air. And now it's taken off. Yeah. 20. What's the final number we have? 21,526. That's what it
Holy
says on my computer anyway.
It actually
Yeah.
hit. It
Yeah.
actually went over the 500 mark. That's insane. Oh my gosh, just crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, there are a lot of theories going around. I mean, Brian said that usually the international numbers are more or less on par, so it's all over the place right now. Unless somebody actually comes out with a full statement, I don't think any of us are really going to know 100%.
Yeah, it's just what I've seen going by the UK site and the US site, but but I don't know for all the other countries. I don't know if HasLab, like, is there HasLab Australia or anything?
No,
No.
Or excuse me, Hasbro Pulse Australia?
No.
No.
Yeah, why not though? Like that just blows me away. I think they got in like Bulgaria and
Yeah.
the rainforest. I think it's in the
Yeah.
rainforest right now.
Yeah.
but there's nothing in Australia, man.
Yeah.
It would have to be like an Australasian one where you include Australia and New Zealand in the same sort of.
Yeah, no,
You have to include two countries. Yeah, everything for our countries for HasLab is sold through EB Games, or you call it GameStop. So that's where we get, but not everything because they don't know anything about GI Joe. So we rarely see GI Joe stuff pop up ever.
That sucks.
That is so terrible. I mean, Mike has been Mike literally has been subsisting off the charity of others and what little he can get from different online sites. So good on you, Mike. Like honestly, what you have to go through, the rest of us should be so grateful that we have such the availability here in North America.
Mike's like Gilligan. No, Mike's like Gilligan on Gilligan's Island. He just a toy washes up every once in a while for his collection, man.
I got to get one of them hats. Yeah. Oh, it's just the GI Joe. I can't collect GI Joe because it's just so hard to get in this country. I feel like a fake GI Joe fan if I make videos. I'd like to make a video, talk about the news, and then show a figure or something like that I bought. I can't get anything. It's like if I can, it's like $35 shipping from the US, and I'm not gonna. The figure is. I'm paying more for the shipping than the figure in the long run.
Don't you have friends over here? Just bulk a package like every month of just new Joes.
Occasionally that happens, but it's mostly vintage Kenner. I love vintage Kenner. Yeah. So
yeah. Unfortunately, from the US, the postage is so expensive. I'm going to start looking into because we're all on Her Majesty's His Majesty's postal service now. So I'm wondering because we usually get pretty good rates whenever we ship to across the pond. So I'm wondering if it's any savings when shipping to Australia for
the Pacific Ocean is much larger than the Atlantic.
I know, but it's just that what if there is any sort of savings, we could definitely do some sort of situation. I might try to send you something, see what happens, Mike, and if it's actually a decent price, maybe I can send you a care package every now and then. We'll see how that works. But yeah, guys, you know what? Definitely go give Usual Mike Television a like and a follow, guys. He does some amazing. Amazing deep dives on Star Wars, GI Joe when he can, and just so many different other deep dives.
Oh, is it Indiana Jones? Dun, 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 dun. The line that's dead now. There's no more figures coming.
Is that right? Oh my God, that's just
wait. That's not true, is it?
Everything
sounds like it.
That's been revealed is it. Everything that they've said is on its way. The next figures are like October, which is the Wave 3. Huh. Everything we've seen is revealed. That's it.
Oh my
Game,
God.
set, match.
That's crazy.
Yeah, and we're not even getting the guy that has a heart in his hand. Yeah,
no Molaram.
We're not getting Molaram? No.
He's too offensive. It's just too offensive for people.
Get the hell out of here.
I think
you go and have a look at NECA's horror figures and that.
Oh my God. It's bikini. It's the heck is it called? It's Bikini Leia all over again. What the hell? Seriously? Hasbro, like, grow up.
Yep.
What the
Do you
hell?
remember they revealed Wave 1? I got a message from my source and said the blonde lady's coming. And I said, Willie's coming, Willie. And it turns out it was the Elsa.
Oh.
They're both blonde. And the guy didn't know the name of the girl. He said, we're getting the blonde lady. The blonde lady? And I said, oh, Willie's coming, Willie. And we're not getting Willie.
You've got to be kidding.
Yeah, so in one of my videos, you got me bragging about,
this needs an update. This needs a freaking update, man. Like
it's so ugly. I have that one.
Bless her.
She is Faya. Yeah, she is ugly.
Bless her. She needs a photo reel. Because I'm sorry, this was the dark ages.
She doesn't want a facial.
This was the dark ages, my friend. This was the dark ages.
She looks like she's on testosterone treatment or something in the face, man.
It's that dead in the eyes look, does it for you?
Oh, it's not very.
Just this complete deadpan, and the reflection is killing me here. Like seriously, so much potential here, and just it needs. She needs an update. She needs for crying out loud.
Yeah.
It was done once. Just let it happen again. Like, oh my god, for crying out
I
loud.
feel like they never got Leia's face right until they did, I think, one of her Hoth figures. I think it was when they finally
I believe you're
nailed
right.
it.
I
Yes.
believe you're
Yeah.
right.
Yeah, that one's a good one.
Jay says, "Hey Mike, good to see you, bud."
Hey, Jace. Nice to
Yeah.
see you too.
Wookie Sasquatch, usual Mike, you were right.
He's
Right
always
about-
right.
He's always-
Except for that blast effects on Chopper. I made a little 1 minute and 20-second video about it. Yeah, I've been wrong for a long time in my last, like I say, 2 or 3 weeks of videos, and I was like a little bit out of it, so I like didn't put my face in videos because I was just so annoyed with all the things that I'm saying that are wrong. So I was just like, I need a rest. I need a rest from YouTube, and I'll reset and come back. Yeah.
Absolutely. Wookie Sasquatch, I guess G.I. Joe isn't a real Australian hero.
I know. Rakondo, he's Australian. Oh, no, he's not, is he? He's from Wisconsin.
Apparently, yeah, I thought he'd be Australian, but he's actually American. It's really weird.
Yeah, it's Major Blood who's Australian.
Brick something. Usual Mike's fantastic. Absolutely, Usual Mike is the man.
Yeah, I
Thank you,
just
Brick
subbed,
something.
so I guess I'm gonna find out just
Yeah,
how
there you
fantastic he is.
Oh, you're gonna have a fun time.
Hey, Mike was
yeah.
one of the first YouTubers that I followed, man, when I started collecting. I've been a fan of Usual Mike for all these years, way back.
Thank you.
So.
Wookie Sasquatch, time to start my Indiana Jones customs. Then, well, Indiana Jones isn't the problem. It's all the secondary characters. Apparently, we're not getting Mola Ram. What the hell? Why would you bring out Short Ram if you can't get Mola Ram? Like that was
Yeah.
and
The main bad guy.
Are they bringing out the one that beats the kids? Like, because that would be absolutely horrid. You know what I mean? Like that would be the one who gets the one who gets
Thuggy, I think his name is.
one of the thuggy
I
thugs.
don't know.
And
I don't
he
think
goes
so.
into the machine and he gets flattened out.
He gets completely tricked up on the machine, right? Like Indy tried to save him. I mean, it was it was absolutely crazy. Anyway, whatever, man. Whatever. Just crazy.
Hey, so Mike, who sells the Ghost and the Haslabs over there? What store? Wasn't there somebody that imported them? You could put some money down and then.
Yeah, EB Games, which is
GameStop.
Okay. Yeah, you just
So
walk in there,
what's
put
the
your pre-order
price?
in. The price for the Ghost was 999 Australian dollars.
What?
$1,000. But the guys over in New Zealand were paying 1,300 New Zealand dollars for a Ghost.
Oh my god!
So when you hear the Americans going, I can buy 3, he's paying for what 3 costs.
Oh my god!
You almost buy 3, yeah. So
Does that include
$1,000.
shipping and taxes and all that?
You don't get it shipped from EB Games. You have to walk in the store and pick it up when it's pre-order time.
Okay.
And they
At
go,
least
here's your
there's
giant box. We haven't even seen the box. We haven't even seen the box of the Haslab.
At least there's that though. You know what I mean? But that's crazy.
Yeah.
That's absolutely.
So that explains like those would be the international orders, like those other sellers that are going in. Maybe they have bulk, like Hasbro bulk accounts or whatever they're called. And
Yeah, maybe EB Games. There's like 550 stores across Australia. So I say each store would say we'll take 3 orders each per store. So they might order 1,500 of them, and that's how and then they just sell Hasbro. We'll take 1,500 off your hands, like that.
so what's interesting to me with that is since this thing funded on the 5th day, it's guaranteed to be made, right? So people can go to those stores and place their orders. So I'm hoping that stuff gets peppered in throughout the campaign as opposed to the last few hours of the campaign, because it would make more sense to, if all those orders are just sitting there waiting to be put in, then Zeb was already unlocked like days ago, right? So I would hope that they don't hold that off to the end, because one thing we've seen with the numbers, everybody loves to back a winner, right? So if they have the numbers to say that everything's unlocked, then just plug it all in there.
Yeah.
I don't know. I guess they got to be careful in case EB Games like, you know what, we've decided we're not going to carry this and we're refunding everybody their money and we're canceling all our orders. I guess that would be bad too. I don't know.
Numbers go backwards, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, plus we could have had a secret tier unlocked, if the numbers were up higher sooner, right?
Yeah. People would be like, I'm not
they
backing it
actually
until
hinted
the end.
Yeah, they actually hinted that, 17,000 if it gets back, they said them like they'd consider it or whatnot, but they said, oh, we got to get to 17,000 first, and we were way far away. So, and obviously they're not going to do it on the last couple of days because they don't have to, right?
Exactly. I think the first one with the stretch goals where they had no idea what was going on was the Sentinel, because the Sentinel funded so fast. They didn't even have stretch goals announced, I think, in the very beginning, and
It
they're
caught
like,
him off guard, did it?
"Oh my God, you guys! Okay, let's see what else we can toss in." And I think, the goals were being beat before they even had them announced. It was
That's
crazy.
crazy.
You
I think
think
I
you'd have
remember
a
the
plan
race.
laid out. Well, sorry, Chaz.
Oh, sorry. No, I was saying, but I think with the Razor Crest too, I think we were blasting through fast. I think they were trying to think of some things at the end too for that.
Yeah, Razor Crest actually, I think, had 5 stretch goals.
Yeah, so
Which is
it seemed like they didn't have, like, towards the end they're like trying to think of things to put in there or whatnot. Like a weird one was that they had those the blocks, the carbonite blocks, right, as one of the tiers, but they already had the hooks and everything in there. So I don't know. It seemed like it should have come with it. I don't know. It was weird.
It was a different type of beer opening. It wasn't a beer. I know. I saw Mike's ears. What was that? I heard that. What was that? It wasn't a
5
beer.
o'clock somewhere, maybe in
I heard it
Australia.
in,
It's
I
not
heard
a.
it
It's
in
not. It's,
Dolby Surround.
yeah, it's not a beer. It's not a beer. It's just a Coke.
Canadian Coke. How about that?
And I've been getting a lot of comments from people saying, "Yeah, they owe us another. They should have just thrown in Chopper and Sabine." I don't think that's actually the way it works. I think that the idea of these special additional gifts or additional things that they throw in, I think that's only been a recent thing. You know what I mean? Like you guys have talked about how the Razor Crest did something, and same thing with what was it, the Sentinel? I guess it was the first one that really kind of took off that way.
I think the Sentinel was the first one with stretch goals, the first HasLab with stretch goals.
Yeah. So again, it's like additional special things like Coco Cobra Commander and the Sky Striker was a completely different scenario. They actually had to throw stuff in just to get people interested again, but that was a cause. I think that was a cause and effect with it running parallel to a freaking Rancor. Whose genius idea was that? Like, seriously, that
And
was
the Ghostbusters pack too was running.
yeah, it was literally a trifecta of failure. It was so ridiculous, it wasn't even funny. And the Ghostbusters pack just ran away with that gold medal. It was ridiculous. How that
well, they had the movie, making all the hype for that at the same time as well.
Yeah. And the fact that they're just rabid Ghostbusters fans, like people, they've been hoping for something really exciting. And seriously, do you know how much it costs to build a freaking Ghostbusters pack?
Yeah.
It's in the thousands. Like, it's ridiculous. When I heard the price on that, I was like, there's no way I'm not backing this thing. This thing, like, this is a once in a lifetime. I'm never going to get I'm never going to get another chance at getting a backpack. It's impossible. Not at least not how much it actually costs.
Yeah, that was a great campaign. I think they did right by the fans with that regarding cost and what you got. Is actually really, really nice. I got to see one in person.
But it didn't come with a wand, right?
Oh yeah, I guess that was
the wand was
that's weird, right? Isn't that part of the package?
but that's because they released a wand the year before, right? They released the wand the year before. I picked one up at Toys R Us, and at the time I was just shocked they even found one at Toys R Us. And then what happened was I was like, well, they made a wand, they're gonna make a backpack, right? I was just pipe dreaming in my head. Who knew a year and a half later they actually went ahead and did it? It was freaking crazy. But for the price, even if you combine the two, and I think as like Brian said, they actually put the wand back on sale after during the HasLab process, right? So you can actually start building the whole thing yourself, right? And even when you put the two together, it only came up to like $450, $500. It was an absolute steal. You know what I mean in terms of an actual proton pack and a neutrino wand. Most people, when they put these things together, it starts at like $800. It's absolutely nuts. It's just
see when I saw it, I have no idea about those packs or anything. I said, who the hell would spend that kind of money on this thing? And then I saw how fast it was back. Like, oh, I guess a lot of people would.
Well, you know what? You really have to be in the know, right? You have to know that you have to know a few people who have actually tried to build these things. Trust me, people who are really hardcore in this. I've heard of packs going up to $2,500 for a really good pack, like with the Alice frame, the whole lights and sound package. Some people even put smoke effects coming out of it. It's
I know
absolutely
somebody, he
bonkers.
built one and he bought a vape and rigged it in there to, do the little steam and stuff. Yeah.
Really?
Smoking proton pack.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When it overheats,
Yep.
you see the whole back. I remember some of us were like, I was at a convention once, and the guy did it, and people ran. Like when it was smoking, people literally jumped out of the way. They were scared it was gonna explode. It was ridiculous. Good times though, really good times.
Yes.
Fellow attorney at Oregon IRL. Hey, Aussie dude should know about the chopper. The prisoner, kind of famous.
I actually saw him in real life.
Really?
And he cut off his ears when he was in prison, and he's very when he went to prison, he was out. I saw him in public, and I'm looking at the big dude covered in tats all over his neck and arms and that, and I'm like, that's Chopper. His name was Mark Reed. He's passed away. Been gone 5 years now, I think. Yeah, he's a legend. He was a legend. His thing was he was a bad guy, but he used to kill bad guys that did over other bad guys. Does that make any sense? So say there's two people, and there's one of them's like who ripped him off for drugs or something. He would go and kill this guy. he was like a Robin Hood instead of stealing things, he'd murder things. Yeah. And his name was Chopper. Yeah.
Two wrongs don't make a right, man.
Yeah.
I mean, I get it. You only kill bad guys. Wait, isn't that straight up Dexter? That's like a straight up Dexter psychopathic kind of thing.
They made a movie about him. Starred Eric Banner. Yeah.
Was he a Kiwi?
Aussie Kiwi? I thought he was an Aussie. He might have been born in New Zealand, but he lived most of his life in Australia.
Yeah, there you go. So,
are you going to be on long? Because I have to go and pick up the kids from school. I'm sorry.
Yeah, no.
I may return if you're still live later.
No, you know what? Actually, it's a really good. It's already 1 o'clock in the morning over here, Mike. So,
you're on the same time zone as me, Jay.
I am on the same time.
Oh wow! So I'm on East Coast time as well, dude. You're a night owl. You're.
Brother, I don't.
He is.
Have you seen his face? This face is like, This is what we do. Chaz, what side of the world are you on?
Yeah, I'm in SoCal, so it's only
you're SoCal.
almost 10.
Okay. So it's technically you still got time. You're still.
I don't go to sleep till like 1 in the morning anyway.
Well, there you go. So you can join me anytime. So it's going to be a lot
right.
of fun. All right. Anyway, guys, I want to thank each of my special guests for hopping on, because I know this was kind of a last minute thing for all of us. I just wanted to talk about the fact that we might actually hit 22,000, which we were just shy on. I think we passed over the 500 mark. So congratulations to everybody who backed the Ghost. You guys are in for a treat. Time to make room for it, though. You got to buy a new coffee table. You got to, do something with your house. I don't know what you guys are going to do, but congratulations to everybody who actually
filed divorce papers.
Guys, definitely follow Chaz the Guru on on Instagram, the meme master himself, Chaz. Exactly. Chaz, tell people how they can find you on the interwebs.
I just got an IG, Chaz the Guru. That's it. Memes, post. If I see things on sale or things are going to be shipping early, I just post stuff on G.I. Joe and Star Wars.
All right, I put him on the spot there. He's not really a YouTube guy. That's okay. Thanks, Chaz. Definitely follow.
That's cool, man.
Definitely follow Chaz the Guru on Instagram. See, this is old world for me and Mike, but for you, this is brand new. Brian, what are you up to these days? And of course, definitely check out Brian Brink on Geek Dad Life. He has all of his charts up there. But Brian, other than that, what are you up to right now, my friend?
It looks like I'm gonna get a day off in between these HasLabs. So tomorrow I gotta get whatever this Marvel HasLab's gonna be. Maybe I should clean this room. It's been a very busy month of conventions and things like that with my collector community, which is Realm of Collectors. That's where you can find me on YouTube and on Facebook and things like that. From one campaign to the next, it's graph season, and boy, look at me, I need some sleep. Look at that. Jeez, man.
You look all right, man.
Brian is awesome. Thank you, guys. Definitely check out Brian Brink on his collector group as well as Geek Dad Life. Mike, let us know how people can reach you, and tell us a little bit about your channel just before you leave, my friend.
Hello, everyone. Usual Mike Television is my YouTube channel. Star Wars news, Indiana Jones news, and some G.I. Joe news. I'm getting back into more videos. I haven't been on screen for a while. I had a little kind of a break, but we're back. And also follow me on Instagram for some good stuff. If that makes any sense.
Good one, Mike. Guys, definitely check out Usual Mike Television on Instagram and, of course, on all the social medias. Really quickly, Felon Attorney Oregon IRL, thank you for the $2 super chat, my friend. San Francisco Super 7 store is nice. City is not. Well, that's an opinion. That's an opinion. But thank you for that, Felon Attorney IRL. You're amazing. Guys, thank you so much for being here tonight. It's been an absolute pleasure. Congratulations once again to everybody who backed this. You guys are awesome. I hope you're all doing well, staying safe. And as always, everybody, thank you very much for watching. Good journey, everybody. May the force be with you, everybody. Geek proud.
Late.